I'm at the North London studio of artists Barbara Wolf and Katerina Stover, who collaborate as the Peleș Empire. Peleș is the name of a Romanian castle, whose rooms they recreate using photographic wallpaper. Frieze Projects will be the 10th room they've made over the years. It's going to be a working bar, where they intend to serve Romanian schnapps to visitors.
What we're really interested in, or where our project starts, is the Peleș Castle in Romania, which is quite a young castle. It's 130 years old, and it revisits different architectural styles. So one room is a Rococo room, the other room is Art Deco. So we are interested in what happens through the transformation of reproducing those rooms that have been reproduced already.
As we're interested in the method of reproduction and copy, all the pages that then make the wallpaper are separate A3 color copies. So when we produce them, we simply print them out and then stick them together. So then, you have this room illusion, but also you have a shift in material.
At Frieze, Barbara and Katerina have made three-dimensional objects, from objects that they've seen in the original castle, photographed and digitally manipulated.
We're interested in the shift between 2 and 3 dimensions, so something that has been 3-dimensional then turns into 2-dimensional and then will be recreated into a 3-dimensional object.
Tell us about this piece.
This is actually a perfect example of the 2D, 3D transformation we're interested in, because it is based on the image we took in the real castle, and then through manipulating processes it became 2-dimensional mirrored image, and now it's again a 3-dimensional object.
There's always information lost within an image when it goes through transformation and rephotographing it. So of course you don't know how the back looks like, but when you make a sculpture, everything has to be there.
Peleș Empire are part of Frieze Projects, a series of installations commissioned by curator Sarah McCrory.
I first met Barbara and Katerina, who are Peleș Empire, by visiting their salon bars, which happened several years ago. They ran a weekly bar which would host performances and events and exhibitions, and they ran it just one night a week out of their flat then. And I think it was a really nice way to make work and to support other artists and to make their own work.
Everyone knows what the Frieze Art Fair is, but what exactly is Frieze Projects?
Frieze Projects are part of the Frieze Foundation, and the Frieze Foundation was set up at the very beginning of the first art fair by the directors Matthew Slotover and Amanda Sharp. And the idea behind a projects programme was to commission new works of art by artists who would respond to the site and would make works which wouldn't conventionally fit into a gallery booth, or allow some more ambitious ideas to be explored within the fair.
Some artists have actually made works that seem quite critical of the market. I'm thinking of Christian Jankowski. Can you tell us something about what he's done this year?
He's putting an Aquariva Cento, which is a luxury yacht, into the fair. And the idea is that the collector can buy it either as a functioning boat or as a Christian Jankowski artwork. So he's interested in how people will buy luxury items and what the status is of those pieces.
And what about the Peleș Empire? Why did you want them to be one of your projects this year?
At the fair this year, I specifically wanted to represent grassroots production and younger artists, because many of the artists who show in gallery booths throughout the fair, in their younger years or their emerging artist days, they will have shown their work with people in a kind of peer network, much like Peleș Empire.
Do you think it might be hard to actually make a living as a conceptual artist?
It's a journey, so you never know where you end up, and I think that's something we're interested in, the unknown future.
I think it is important when producing artwork that you're not producing for a specific or any kind of buyer base, but I think it is important to stick to your guns and just produce what you think is right and what is important to be there.